Okay, so I was trying to stand the egg on its head and it wouldn't stand on its head, and I took a whole video of it. Anyway, happy solstice, everybody. And let me try it again. I think my floor is too crooked for the egg to stand on its head. So we let it go. Before it stopped on. See, this is the second time I've done this. And it rolled right over here and stopped on this card. Okay? So this is Callie. This is Callie. And this is the card I got in the first place. Why aren't you rolling now? Is my timing that far off? Anyway, it's Sacred Revolution, Goddess Callie, and Black Obsidian. Look at that little puppy. There she goes. And that's the card I got for the winter solstice. And I am going to read it again. Now, because I thought it was very appropriate, and I'm really sorry that I didn't get the first part, but Mercury's in its shadow, and I just, it just is what it is, and I can't help it. So you're just going to have to trust me on this, because that's what I got with number 46, and it is the Goddess Callie in Black Obsidian, and it is Sacred Revolution. And I'll have to take my glasses off to read it, and I'll read it to you. Oh, and this is a Crystal Mandala Oracle deck and book that I'm reading out of by Alana Fairchild. And I really like this. I don't know if I have this voted up or not. If I don't, I will. We bring you the empowerment of Sacred Revolution. Revolution comes when a cycle of authority or power is ending. It has become inadequate for the task of leadership now required, and a new order must be established in its place. It is not simply a chapter within a book drawing to a close, but an entirely new book, perhaps an entirely new genre, opening up according to divine will unfolding. In such cases, subtle change is not going to cut it. You need radical action to bring about the new order. That new order may be in your world or in your own being. When revolution is sacred, the new order will be that which allows you to become more of yourself to successfully attain your spiritual goals. Kali is a goddess not known for her subtlety. In the spiritual, I can't pronounce that word, I am so sorry. In the spiritual tradition from which she originates, she is called on in times of war, when demons seem to be getting the upper hand. She is the only warrior determined and vicious enough to destroy the destroyers. She is unstoppable, except for when divine consciousness tells her that her job is done. Her appearance marks a time of sacred revolution that cannot be stopped until it has come to its sacred, successful completion. The nature of revolution is the overthrowing of an existing hierarchy of control to replace it with a new one. Usually there is a philosophical and political purpose behind the process, and often involves forcibly overcoming an exploitative abuse of power by those in positions of authority. However, revolution without a sacred component to it won't necessarily result in transformation or healing. There may be a change. Different political parties could come to power, for example, but often enough it will be a case of the same problems with different perpetrators. What sets aside a revolution as sacred is when it comes at a time when genuine transformation, rather than superficial change, is possible. Change takes courage. We have to be willing to let go of what we have known and bear uncertainty whilst we explore new possibilities and eventually evolve into a new way of being. Even with that willingness, there are times when a pattern of the past has become so lodged in the psyche that gentle evolution is not possible. You could imagine it like a person screaming in unnecessary panic. You may try talking to them in soothing tones, but if they are about to jump in a car and drive away, putting themselves and others in mortal danger, then a sharp slap might be in order to snap them out of hysteria and into the present moment. It's extreme, but it's helpful and necessary. In our inner world, the hysteria and panic might relate to letting go of a relationship we believe is our life raft, when in truth, if we keep holding on to it, it's going to pull us right over the edge of a cliff down a life-ending waterfall. Or perhaps it is a way of relating to power based in fear rather than loving empowerment. No matter how hard we try, we just can't seem to give up our attachment to feeling in control. Or we are so attached to the life we have known, we aren't willing to fly free from the nest, stretching our wings and discovering our destiny. Where gentler methods aren't effective and divine timing requires change to happen now, sacred revolution is invoked. Kali may stomp into your life and kick you out of the nest so that you can realize you can fly. She may rip the life raft out of your hands, causing you to splutter temporarily until you stand up and realize you can just walk safely out of the rampaging river. Or she may knock the control freak dominating your mind on the head and set up her own temporary divine dictatorship, where she simply repeats, love yourself and let go, until you do just that. When the oracle of sacred revolution comes to you, you can be sure that you and your life are going to change. It might feel as if your hand is forced, or even if you are choosing to go with the process, that it is wild and out of your control. It will be, but that doesn't make it unloving or unsafe. When revolution is sacred, it is divine love realigning your life. And although there will probably be chaos, you can be sure that the new order eventually imposed will be well worth it. Viva la revolution! Alrighty, Kayla. Okay. Healing process. To integrate this guidance, you may like to say this invocation now. I call upon the crystal angel of black obsidian and goddess Kali, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing empowerment of sacred revolution. May I be given the intelligence and courage I need to surrender into sacred revolution through divine grace. May divine mercy protect me as divine power liberates me. Through my own free will, so be it. If you wish to further integrate this guidance, and I know you can't take my oracle card, but a vision of it in your mind, hold the oracle card with a mandala image facing outwards at the solar plexus chakra over your abdominal area. Relax and breathe in and out several times. Then say aloud, I choose of my own free will, through this and any lifetime, and through all layers of my entire being, to release any fearful experience or associated belief system connected to destabilizing structures, political and spiritual revolution, changing of the guard, or dethroning. I choose to purge this now on all levels, literal and symbolic, through divine empowerment and unconditional love, so be it. Hold the image flat between your palms so you can place your hands in prayer position with the card between them. Bow your head and say, "May divine love bring mercy to the process of sacred revolution. May all authority serve divine compassion and unconditional love, so all beings may be happy and free. According to divine grace, mercy, and unconditional love, and in service to the divine feminine wisdom evolving through humanity at this time, so be it." You can finish your healing process with this affirmation said aloud 3 times. I bow to the divine power of sacred revolution, restoring love as the highest authority. I bow to the divine power of sacred revolution, restoring love as the highest authority. I bow to the divine power of sacred revolution, restoring love as the highest authority. And that's what we have on September the 22nd, 2021. The solstice, as close as I could get to it, because I did this once and now, thank you Mercury in your shadow, I am doing it again. I hope you all enjoyed it. I enjoyed bringing it to you, or I wouldn't have brought it to you again. Thank you for hanging in there and listening. And I'll talk to you all later. And that is, again, Crystal Mandala Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And if you want to get the book and the cards, they are very nice. As you can see, they're very beautiful. They're gorgeous cards, and I don't get paid anything, but I really like them. And they have all different oracles on them, of course, and angels, and the crystal angels, and the ascended masters. And, oh goodness gracious sakes. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and the archangels. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye for now.